Squeagar Bones here, and I am back with my Smuggler. Going to be continuing on to Chapter 3. This is the first part, I believe. Got a new snappy outfit here for my Smuggler, and he's also using the Gunslinger, no, not Gunslinger, Mercenary uh, skill tree. So, yeah, let's go to Port Nowhere. I think Corso's the only one I need to have, or have a convo available with, but I'm sure the others will unlock as soon as I start Chapter 3. Well, since we're in the cockpit, I might as well do Corso's thing real quick.
You ever think about getting away from all this, Captain? The war, the huts, all of it? Horde's at peace now. It'd be a simpler life.
You'd be bored in 10 minutes.
Probably so. After everything we've done, guess I'm just feeling like hiding my head in the sand. Beauty always had something to say about that. Gets you shot in the end. Better to face it head on.
Too late to turn back now. And now that I look at his outfit, it kind of looks like Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat, just a little bit.
I hope I've been some help to you, Captain. Because you've sure taught me a lot. I mean, I'd done some fighting, but you taught me to go for the jugular. No mercy. That's what wins it.
You've got a long way to go before you're as good as me.
Believe me, I know. I'm just glad for the chance to learn from the best.
You can do it, Corso. See, would he technically be my first mate on the ship, since he's the first companion I get? Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Alright, let's go see what Darmus has for us. I do wish the starships acted as like another house where you could set up decorations and stuff. I'm sure maybe one day they would do it, but
you find your vessel a model of efficiency, convenience, and comfort.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool though. Good old Port Nowhere. I wish we could like come back to this place after this Smuggler's storyline, since this is technically like his main place of operations here. That'd be pretty cool. But I guess we have the Alliance base in the future, so I guess it doesn't matter that much, actually.
Welcome back, Captain. Senator Dodana's already called to rave about how you just saved her life. Meaning the whole Republic's backing you when you finally take down Rogan. Not bad for somebody from the wrong side of the hyperlane.
If Rogan goes down, as far as anyone's concerned, I did it single-handedly. With a spoon.
Blindfolded, and after 4 shots of Corellian whiskey, of course. You're definitely off to a good start. He's lost a lot of influence since you cut him off from the huts. Let me get the Senator on the link. She's going to want to hear what I found.
What is it? And talk quickly. I got pulled out of a vote for this.
Creatures Rogan sent at you seem to be cybernetically modified versions of native Vossian wildlife.
Voss?
As far as I know, no native animal has ever been legally exported off Voss.
It's time to track down who's been playing zookeeper for Rogan.
Voss is a strange place, newly discovered, very isolationist. I'll pull some strings and get you a landing permit, but it'll take a while.
We shouldn't wait. Rogan's finally vulnerable, and the Captain's gained quite a reputation recently. If anyone's going to conquer his criminal empire, Captain, this is the time, and you're the man with the crown.
I wouldn't turn down the chance to rule the galactic underworld with an iron fist.
Unfortunately, the only one who knew all of Rogan's secrets was his mentor, Ivory. And he disappeared years ago.
That's not entirely true. Rogan's predecessor was arrested by the Republic. To my knowledge, He's still incarcerated in a top-secret facility on Belsavis. This is highly restricted knowledge. Even within the Senate, not everyone knows of Belsavis. You must not repeat any part of this.
If this Ivory's been locked up long enough, we should be able to buy his cooperation with a few rolls of spice and some shaving cream.
It may take months to get the permits for Voss. Belsavis will be easier.
Ivory and Rogan were like father and son. If you can find him, you'll know Rogan's hideouts, stashes, things we'd never find ourselves.
This is a man who used to sell children to the Hutts for gladiatorial games. The Republic will insist on tight restrictions for dealing with him. But it's worth it. If you're going to war with Rogan, Belsavis will be your first battleground. I'll get the permits in order.
Rogan has no idea who's coming after him.
That's right, Ivory. I almost forgot about that guy. Yeah, so I guess we're going to Belsavis next. Also, did you see a coffee drink with her helmet on? That was hilarious. Alright, so yeah, I guess we're getting right into Belsavis. I thought we were going to have something else to do before then, but alright, let's go. So yes, it looks like we got all the convos available here, so I guess I'll go through all these before we head to Belsavis. I guess I'll start with good old SWTOR here first.
Wookiees are warriors. You shouldn't give that up for anyone.
Oh. Alright, a Kavi.
I have a name.
Who is it? What have you learned?
The order Moff Tyrek signed came from Imperial Major Stan Wu. I've heard of him. He is a liaison between the Empire and hired bounty hunters. I will kill him.
You can't just walk up to an Imperial Major and blast him. Do you have an actual plan?
I'll exploit the Major's position and turn it against him. The Major is hiring the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. I will go there and present myself as one of them. Once I secure a meeting with Major Stan Wu, all that's left is to pull the trigger.
Take your time and enjoy. I recommend aiming for the kneecaps first.
There's no honor in torture. But he will live long enough to know why his life is ending. If we do not see each other again, retursi a me.
You made it back alive. I assume the Imperial wasn't so lucky.
That sniveling worm was no more the architect of my clan's destruction than Moff Tyrek was. I left him alive, wallowing in his disgrace. Major Stan Wu ordered the execution because of lies told to him by another Mandalorian, Tayari Rook. The true crime rests with him.
What would make a fellow Mandalorian want to sell out your clan?
I will ask the traitor his reasons before I kill him. Rook presented Major Stan Wu with evidence that Clan Spar reneged on a contract. My people were hired to destroy transport ships full of young Jedi, but the Empire's target survived. If Clan Spar had accepted that contract, the Jedi would be dead. Rook framed us.
You already know what to do. Find this Rook and stick a blaster in his face.
I've already begun my hunt for Tayari Rook. I will settle his debt to Clan Spar.
Aim for the kneecaps first.
Why am I here, Captain? I've been clear about my reason for joining you, but I never understood what you want from me. Am I a hired gun, or is there something more?
You know what I want. I just didn't think you were ready to talk about it.
How do you know if you don't ask? Why did you assemble this crew? It is too momentous a decision to make on impulse. Do your loyalties truly lie with the Republic?
The Republic is a big, self-righteous pool of money. And I've got swimming privileges.
The Republic worships its own weakness. They waste their warriors defending those who cannot care for themselves. They call for loyalty to a government of strangers instead of a family and clan. You could do better.
I am better. Which is why my smuggler only works for himself. Let's see, we got Gus, Risha, and then I think Corso has some more to say as well.
I notice we're spending a lot of time together. I'm not complaining, but you know this can't go anywhere, right? Sooner or later I have to leave your ship. I don't want any hard feelings when I do. Does that make sense?
I'd rather regret you for the rest of my life than get scared off by your crazy talk.
There's just no reasoning with you. Have it your way. If you want to make something of whatever it is we have, fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. Never thought I'd say this, but you're my favorite partner in crime. You make beating the odds look easy, Captain.
What can I say? I'm inspired by a beautiful woman.
Just so we're clear, I had a snappy comeback for that line, but I'm not using it out of respect. I've definitely learned a few dirty tricks from watching you work. Think I might have found a few of my own. We'll find out at our next death-defying showdown. I can't wait.
Alrighty. Good old Gus.
I guess you've been wondering how someone like me ever ended up with the Jedi, huh?
It's the duty of the Jedi to train anyone Force-sensitive, so they don't fall to the dark side.
Boy, you've picked up the party line. I was always kind of the odd one out in my family, and believe me, it was not a small family. When they kicked me out, I went to Nar Shaddaa and met a Jedi who said all the weird stuff that happens to me is a connection to the Force.
Don't sell yourself short. You do plenty of weird stuff all on your own.
And you know, that was an issue. The Jedi are all about recruiting kids too young to know better, so there it was. Me and all these serene little kids. You've never known real rage until you've been lectured on controlling your emotions by a 4-year-old in a robe.
You said you were kicked out.
I maybe overstated that. They don't really throw people out, you know. Call of the dark side and all that. But it was clear I'd never make the cut. Anything I could do with the Force was basically random. Never even figured out how to work my dead master's lightsaber.
I do kind of wonder if Gus will have any kind of significance later on in the story, like the current storyline. You never know. I think when you recruit him in the later expansions, is you get to meet his the master on Nar Shaddaa, and he kind of mentions something like a prophecy. I don't really remember. It's been a long time since I've done that, but it's pretty interesting.
Captain, no good way to say this without sounding like bragging. Got a comm call from Ord Mantell, governor's office. They've been keeping tabs on what we're doing, and... Captain, they're calling me a Republic hero. Ord Mantell's most storied native son.
You are a hero, Corso. I'm glad someone's acknowledging it.
It's not like they're building a statue or anything. Actually, they're asking for our help. Turns out the Separatists were backed by the Empire. They wanted to destabilize the government. When they were defeated, the Empire attacked outright. Ord drove them off, but they left behind some kind of EMP pulsar.
What's that do?
It's causing every droid on the planet to malfunction. Apparently, the thing is in orbit somewhere. They haven't been able to get a lock on the signal. But it's affected every droid, comlink, and terminal on the planet. Complete economic shutdown.
Is this a job? Or do they think they can get me just by saying something nice about you?
I can probably swing a payment, if that's what you're asking. They say it's been months and they're just realizing the extent of the damage. The Empire used the same thing on Balmorra. The Empire's got disarm codes stored there, but Ord has no troops with the gear or training to go after them.
They should be like us. Learn as they go.
Does that mean you'll do it? The codes were stored in a cave with a bunch of other Imperial weapons. Should be a quick snatch and grab, as far as should takes us.
Let's see, another mission. Oh wow, I actually wasn't expecting another companion mission this early, or at all actually. But all right, I guess we'll do that later. For now, we gotta go to Belsavis.
Captain, I hope you took precautions not to be followed. I must remind you the very existence of our prison on Belsavis is top secret. Before you go further, you must swear to reveal nothing.
But you don't like it when I swear.
I'm serious. Our security is already compromised by the Empire. We can't risk word getting to the underworld. A few days ago, our prison here was breached. An Imperial airstrike, apparently coordinated with a massive prison break within. The planet is in chaos. Shock troops are arriving daily to contain it.
How did the Imperials find it?
We don't know. Help the Republic if you can, but getting Rogan's location from Ivory must remain your first priority. I can only authorize you to offer him certain deals. We cannot mitigate Ivory's sentence. If he cooperates, he can have 3 hours a day in the exercise yards. No company, no sharp objects. A bath once a week, private except for guard droids. If his information leads to Rogan the Butcher's arrest, he gets a single monitored holocall of his choosing.
You know, a man gets lonely all locked up. All alone.
You feeling his pain, Captain? What's the matter? That little harem you travel with doesn't keep your ship warm? Don't joke with Ivory. He's smart. His followers were so loyal, the Senate passed new legislation allowing them to be convicted as a single individual. Rogan the Butcher was Ivory's protege. If Ivory doesn't give him up, you have permission to be coercive. I've made arrangements with Marshal Cavarat at the Republic base. She'll be able to help you with anything you need.
Alright, we got the mission. I wonder who I'll take with me this time. Let's see, I brought a Kavi last time. Maybe I'll go with Bodar. Or maybe even Corso. We'll see. I decided to go with Bodar. Been a while since we had him with us.
You're wasting my time. We're in a crisis. There are over 10,000 prisoners running loose. Most of the wardens are dead. Senator Dodonna is seriously overstepping herself if she thinks I'm gonna drop that to help you offer some madman an extra bedtime story.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. Marshal Cavarat, I presume?
You blasted well know who I am, so shut off the charm. Here's what you need. Prisoner number 91403, cell block 923A. This code will get you in a cell. Beyond that, I'm not interested.
Look, I'm not here to make things difficult.
Yeah, I get it. But when someone with your pool comes down, I'd rather see you working to make things right. The cells you're looking for were damaged in the strike. We're spread too thin to retake everything, so we threw that lot to the mob. Some prison gang took over, shut down all access.
They won't have locked themselves up without an escape route.
How do you suggest we find it? Look, you want to figure out which gang claims what and how hard they'll fight you for it? You gotta ask someone on the inside, same as us. Talk to Amikab. He's our best snitch. We've got him set up in the minimum security yard. Now I've got real work to do.
Alright, time to find the snitch.
That's all you're getting, Captain. So quit bugging me.
Oh, okay. I'm going. I'm leaving.
I need to find a way into cell block 923A.
Chochinwampa la Aguachicuska, Ompasa Topisca. Pachipaculia Crancha. Chipokma Utangisa. Choboba if kaftu anjala.
I'm on the guard side this time. What kind of perks are you looking for?
Tu kapuka fukrida. Vota mikrita chai chai. Tu batulia musta. Mo grande tempo tu mukitonka.
Tell me you've got their spare key and I'll really be impressed.
La poda no wonka no wali. Gava tuta omiska, gava des wamata. Nera disa slemo crispa. Vakanki kon kikopa.
Now we're talking. Where do I find the generators?
Tu batulia musta. Mo grande tempo tu mukitonka. Jeska koliraka kanchanga. Bomba kunchinka. Jiska gava koyota. Tu banda bakawanki.
All right. Very good. All right, there's one down. Okay. Oh, now I gotta go up there. That's one of the reasons why Belsavis is one of my least favorite planets. It's actually one of my favorite, like, themes-wise. I think, like, the whole prison planet thing is super freaking cool. Especially with all the secrets and stuff. But it's just traversing in this area is just, I don't know. It's the worst for me, I think. Especially with all the mobs everywhere. Cell block 923. See, okay, no one's on those. Could switch my specialization and go stealth mode, but nah. Oh, I'll just stick to what I've got. Okay. Oh. That's it. Well, looks like we got quite a bit more fighting to do. Let's see.
Saw that the door was opened. Your man Ivory, is he there? You reach him in time?
Unless he's got a way to turn invisible, this place is empty.
Son of a hut! I've got alerts in every ward. There's a new breakout, supermax cells across the planet. Places that weren't touched by the strike. Turns out everyone was part of Ivory's syndicate. He's gathering his people, Captain. And the worst part is, they're not going for the surface. They're heading further in, to the heart of Belsavis.
Let me hear you say it. I'm sorry, Captain. I should have been nicer to you.
Some things I don't do, even for the Republic. Look, I know there's secrets down in those vaults way above my clearance. Secrets important enough for the Republic to spend billions to hide, and dangerous enough that they keep us marshals up here and send Spec Force to the vaults. And Ivory is the last man who should get his hands on whatever they're protecting.
Ask me nicely. Pretty please with sugar on top.
If it works, because I need you, Captain. I've got no one else. Search Ivory's cell for any clues where he might have gone, and call me if you find anything.
Ooh.
Why can't things be easy, just once?
Hang tight. I'm trying to get a fix on your location. I'm just gonna zoom in. Look how smooth that stone is. That's not new work. Ivory could have been loose in the wards for years.
You're impressed. I can hear it. You got a thing for bad boys.
Too bad you're one of the good guys now. I do have good news. We've still got one of Ivory's collaborators in custody. Number 91406, female Ratataki. Name, Shraja. She's part of a classified prisoner rehabilitation program not far from here. I suggest you find out what she knows before Ivory makes her disappear. Call me.
I remember doing this part with Kashiki. Little explosion thing, and I almost forgot it too. I was about to walk out and I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta search the place first. So I guess we just gotta quick travel out of here.
Walls cannot hold me. I will join him. He calls me. Are you his? Do you come to cut these chains?
Yeah, I'm his. That's right. Where are we supposed to go again?
The cells. Are they empty? Is the team complete? He said after there is a door, an escape, a stairway to the stars.
This is a restricted area. Step away from the prisoner.
Marshal Kavarat sent me to interrogate her.
You are right. Positive ID on the captain. Experiment chamber 21. I'll hold him.
يشب هافي ينطرك زيتنيش جيور دريكي داشير بريكي فيكي قتيجة.
I've seen a lot of strange things, but nothing like you.
يشني ماكياش كونكاك بيبين فرق دميك كيف نريد نعمل كمبيات نهرمنا مرقمك جي يشتربي كراجي وريد يشتكي عن بعض.
Okay then.
Shraja wouldn't talk, but I've got a list of what looks like cell blocks and numbers from one of Rogan's allies.
Send me a transmission. I'll run a cross-check on the locations. Did you find anything else?
One of your uniformed officers is working with Ivory.
What? Give me his name and badge number. Never mind. He's dead, isn't he? Since the breakout, I've suspected there's a few bad eggs. I'll look into it. Alright, I'm getting the results. Looks like your list is just the cells Ivory's collaborators already cracked. Wait, no. There's one that's still unbreached. Maximum Security Ward Cell Block 2018.
I love a girl who knows her way around a prison.
I can see how that'd be handy for someone like you. I'd get over there fast. You don't want Ivory getting his hands on this guy. Gendai, Force user, spice addict. Records say he killed Jedi during his arrest. See if you can get to him before Ivory does. Find out how he ties into the plan, and call me when you're done.
Oh, a Gendai. You don't see them too often. Kind of surprised they're not used more, but then again, I guess they are kind of a dying race in the Star Wars universe. The song has like an eerie echo to it. Huh. It's kind of interesting. Kind of gives me like a Fallout vibe a little bit.
Steady and calm. We've no need to draw attention. The one the Republic sent is already here.
I could use a man with your experience. Join my crew, and I'll get you off this rock.
You offer mere words against what I have held in my hands. The Republic cannot stop me. They hide behind sealed doors and force fields while I explore the treasures of this world. They cannot even track their prisoners while I have mastered the secrets of a race that once ruled this galaxy.
What ancient race? You're talking nonsense.
You think to draw out my secrets with simple taunts? Shall I strive to impress you? The Empire only found this forgotten world when I called them on the transmitter abandoned millennia ago by the creators of Belsavis. Squag, Buzz, take care of this distraction. Meet us later at the ship.
A real man wouldn't let some bug get away with making fun of you.
Well, that was easy. And hey, look, it is a Gendai. Look at that.
Jataninchi sta Luca. Ubaziki danti ruha.
I think you're celebrating a little early.
Wantahumpa, muri rava fupa chipampa wula. Vargononua, utatiacha nichu, kuya maya stupa.
My freaking cape. Oh, man. Well, that broke my immersion. But usually when it does that, resetting the cutscene doesn't really help all that much. So I'll just have to live with it. Adds to my smuggler's charm, I guess. In reality, a Gendai would not be that easy to kill, but I'll take it.
Captain, thank goodness you called. The Warden droids are going crazy. They're reporting life signs and breaches in the innermost defenses. Our troops in the area are under heavy fire from an unknown species. They can't respond.
If I say there's ruins down there of an ancient galaxy-spanning empire, would you think I'm crazy or kind of dashing?
I'd think you're smarter than we were counting on. I've done some digging of my own. And I think that's exactly the secret the Republic wants to conceal. Ivory may be about to blow it wide open.
So, if I bring him back in handcuffs, will you pin the little gold star on me? Personally?
I know the Republic's in trouble when you're our best hope. You stop Ivory, Captain, and keep whatever's down there contained, and I'll make sure you like your reward. The breach I'm seeing is at Vault 806, part of the inner prison that's been marked off limits even to the military. If you think Ivory's going there, you better follow, fast.
Oh, here I go.
Didn't I kill you?
Jakiesnime, bagwedista da bastiaten, albin farfutorkesni. Zlikniesz dziur duriki da ścierbioliki, fifi patja. Maru gest mahtekis kiki jammis tenjibulba.
Help me take down Rogan, starting with his bloodhounds here.
You've proved there's more to you than the flash of a blaster. I'm listening.
Atufer, ila hakan arjes yes mi berkitik moronafne.
Yes. Every minute I live, Rogan courts his death. What deal do you offer?
If I take you on, I'm in charge. I talk, you listen.
You're hardly the first who's thought to take my place. This vault holds an escape vessel, abandoned here by the race who built this planet. It is the only way off without Republic aid. Let us be partners. Help me launch the craft and defeat this rabble, and together we can reclaim what Rogan stole from me.
Jakiesnime, bagwedista da bastiaten, albin farfutorkesni.
Alright. Oh man, my cape. It's so funny. Just clips. Clips and flips. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with Ivory. Not sure if I should take him on or kill him. We'll see. We'll see.
Enough. The Republic has taken much from me. It's time to hand off the crown. Let me serve you. Together we can destroy Rogan and retake my empire in your name. With your skills and the knowledge of my years, no one will stand against us.
One way or another, you're going in. Help me take down Rogan, and at least he won't be laughing at you.
Fine. If I am to rot here, let him do the same. Rogan is still using our same network of secret bases. I will send you the coordinates when you've delivered me safely to Republic custody. Go ahead, call your handler. Tell her you've fetched as ordered and deserve your bone.
Captain, I wasn't sure comm leaks would work that far in. is... you have Ivory in custody?
It'd be more flattering if you didn't sound so surprised.
From what I hear, you have no shortage of women to fan your ego, Captain. I'll notify Commander Skylist. I'm sure he can spare a few men to pull this thorn from our side. Look me up when you get back to base, Captain. I have a feeling there's more to this story.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best decision there. Although I'm sure there's like a different outcome to the story, for at least for Rogan, if you bring him with you. But yeah, I think I'm good with this. One less person to stab me in the back. Too bad there's no option to just like kill him.
I just heard from Commander Skylist that a unit of his troops apprehended Ivory. Apparently they did find some kind of alien escape craft in the vault with him, and are in the process of disassembling it. Good work, Captain. I was wrong about you.
Ooh, I saw right through that tough cop attitude. Inside, you're just a girl waiting for a hero.
Captain, I could call you a lot of things, but hero doesn't make the list. Fortunately, I was never looking for the kind of boy to bring home to Mom.
I've always wanted a woman with her own nightstick and handcuffs.
My private quarters are this way, Captain. I'm waiting. You certainly weren't what I expected when I landed this post, Captain. I doubt this was smart, but I can't quite bring myself to regret it.
No regrets. Look me up if you ever get back to the real world.
And if we're still working the same side of the law? Best of luck to you, Captain. I'll be thinking about you.
Dang, son. Oscar gets around. You know, I kind of wonder who has more romance options, the smuggler or the Imperial agent. I think they might have, like, the same amount, but it feels like the smuggler has more, definitely. Well, I'd say we are done with Bill Savis. Let's go back home.
Captain, Marshal Cavarot just told me you apparently single-handedly recaptured Ivory and put half the Imperial presence in the prison to rest.
But did Ivory tell you anything? Helping the Republic recapture prisoners they couldn't hold in the first place wasn't really the point.
With what Ivory gave me, we should be able to corner him.
Send over whatever Ivory gave you. I'll see if I recognize anything. Nothing's ringing any bells. I'll dig a little further.
In the meantime, Captain, I'll work on those permits you'll need to land on Voss. I haven't slept a night since those awful beasts attacked.
Uh-oh, Captain. Better get off the line. We've got a distress call coming.
Alright, and we will save that for next time. This is probably going to be a pretty long video because of that little intro beginning there. Took a bit longer than I thought, but that is Bill Savis. Actually, wasn't that bad. Usually, I'm not a huge fan of Bill Savis, mostly because of the terrain and getting around can get a little meh. But yeah, that was actually pretty fun. Guess we're gonna be doing some sort of distress call, and then we'll be doing Voss next. I'm not sure if this will be like a separate segment, but it probably will. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next part. Bones out.